it said that we stopped streaming. Hey, so if you guys are there, can you let me know that you can still see us? Because Alex, it said we stopped streaming for some reason. Gotta love technology. Bam. So, I think we're still on. We'll see. Otherwise, they'll come back and pick up section 2. But I think we're good. Kate says we're back. Hi, Kate. Paula, you're back. Oh, good. We have other people joining. Sorry about that, folks. So the internet connection said it went out. I don't know why. It's technology. So we're here with Alex, Signature Social. We're talking about Facebook ads and really getting your messaging down, which we know is so important on every platform. But with those ads, not only you really just hit it on the point for me is like, I know my target market is female entrepreneurs, but that's just that much of them. What are they thinking? What keeps them up at 2 a.m.? And, how to fill their calendar, right? How to find more clients, how to get more speaking gigs. I know that a lot of the female entrepreneurs that I see and work with are like, I want to speak more on stages. Like that is a big thing. So I need to have that in my Facebook ad.
Yes, ma'am. You got it.
Man, this is fascinating. So we have to know our audience, but we also need to get in their head. What keeps them up? What is upsetting them? Because I know I've bought things off Facebook ads. Scrolling through, I was like, oh, glitter, glitter. What's that? Not squirrel, squirrel. My husband calls it glitter, glitter. Like, there she goes again. I'm like, oh, what's that? And I totally get lost because of that Facebook ad. Is there a time that you post them? Is that all part of the strategy when you work with a client? Like
timing wise for an ad? No, that's not as much of a priority because I know Facebook is going to optimize a lot of that for me. So I actually let Facebook do a lot of work. One of the tricks that I do, this is me kind of tricking the system. So when you launch an ad, what I recommend you do is to not allocate the entire budget for your ad in the beginning. So what I mean by that is, let's just say that you're putting $100 towards the ad. That's your total budget, your total ad spend. What I recommend you do is, rather than making your ad budget or your ad spend $100, make it something like $20 initially. So cut it way down. And the reason why is because it puts a little bit more pressure on Facebook to do a little bit more work initially for you. So I'm trying to crank up the algorithms and crank up Facebook's work on their end to make it easier for me in the long end. Once I get past that push, then I'll increase the budget. And once I get to the point where I know the ad's really doing well, then obviously I put more money into it.
But so you don't take that $100 and dump it in right there. You do like a $20.
Not initially.
Not initially.
Not initially.
Does LinkedIn look at that like, okay, she's only Does LinkedIn say, oh, she's only putting $20 in versus someone who's putting $100 in? Do they look at it differently?
Does LinkedIn look at it differently?
Does Facebook? Does Facebook
look at it differently? Well, look at how much work they have to put into helping show the ad to people. But it's really me just tricking the system a little bit, because I am going to spend the $100 or $200, whatever the case. I'm just spacing out the time that I put the money in it, so that initially Facebook does a little bit more work for me in the beginning to help me figure out if the ad's going to do well or not. It's kind of me testing within testing.
Okay.
So that's one trick. And then another thing that I learned is, initially with an ad, if you want an ad to do really well, one of the things that you need on that ad is something called social proof. So what I mean by that is, let's say that you're scrolling through your news feed and you come across an ad and you just look at the like, comments, and shares, and you see that it's had, a couple 100,000 likes.
Right.
It has hundreds of thousands of comments and a lot of shares. Well, what that does in your head is that it boosts the credibility of that ad because it says to you, all right, well, a lot of people have found this pretty intriguing or interesting and not really spammy. So it's got to be a decent quality, product or service, right? So, now the thing is, it's hard to do that initially. When you first launch an ad, to get that much social proof is really tricky to do. So what I do instead with my clients is I'll go in and create the post organically. and then I will go in and boost the post. So all I'll do is I'll put like, a couple, maybe 20, 40, 50, $100, boost the post to get a little bit more organic traction to it. So I'm building the social ROI from more of an organic standpoint.
Ah.
I'll get some likes, comments, and shares from that. And then I'll turn that post into an ad. So I'm not starting from scratch with the social proof because I already have likes, comments, and shares on the post. And then I can leverage that with the ad because then I know it's going to do a little bit better.
Sounds intriguing, and it sounds like a great strategy. Again, I'm realizing there's a lot more that goes into a Facebook ad besides creating a great image with some copy and a link to some page and putting $50 or something behind it. I'm like, wow, it is a lot more work than I think some of us, myself included, realized. Because I know people have gone and looked up like, oh, I want to hire someone to do some Facebook ads. And, it can get a little pricey out there, but now there's a lot of work that goes into it. So I think we have a clear understanding that it's not just a great image with some copy. There's a deep strategy.
There's a lot more pieces to the puzzle, but let me say this. If you put the work that we're talking about tonight, if you put the work into that initially with your first ad, it's going to make your second, your third, your fourth, and your fifth, sixth, seventh ad so much easier. So yes, initially there's a lot more work, but that work is going to translate to quality ROI versus you just creating an ad that, performs crappy. And then you're like, well, right. Facebook ads don't work, right?
That was me.
We've all been there.
Right.
It didn't work for you at that moment, right? It didn't work for you.
I didn't do I just created a post or, and then, I thought it was the right post and I'm like, oh, I'll just do like, $20, $25 and you do the custom audience or target audience. So yeah, so much that I've learned a lot about Facebook over the last year, but this is really great to know that it really can work. Can you share with us like what's been your favorite Facebook ad what do I want to call not strategy, but campaign that you've worked on? Do you have one or two that were like, oh man, this was a rock star campaign?
That's a tricky one. I do, but I feel like what's coming to my mind right now are more Instagram ads because I'm spending more time on Instagram than Facebook. And I don't think it's that much of a tangent or a divergent because Facebook owns Instagram.
Right.
So when you create an Instagram ad, you're doing it from the Facebook ads manager anyways.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, you can create Instagram ads right within your Facebook ads manager. So they're naturally tied together. And I will say this because I've seen a lot of crappy Facebook ads out there, but I have seen some awesome Instagram ads showing up in our stories. So I am big on Instagram story ads right now. They blend in so well with the story itself that it doesn't look like you're seeing ad.
Wow.
Which from a marketing standpoint, that's like amazing because you never want the user to feel like they're watching an ad. You want them to feel like it's just another part of the experience for them, right? So I've watched my stories and then all of a sudden I come across a story. It's an ad, but I don't realize it until I look up and see that it says sponsored. But it just, to me, it looked like another story that somebody did. So
gotcha.
I'm loving that. I am so excited about that because it makes our jobs a lot easier right now as marketers with Instagram. Instagram stories are already getting so much better engagement than even the traditional news feed on Instagram. So there's just a lot of gold nuggets in Instagram right now.
So Kate Adamson said, this is the best raw, real info I've ever heard before regarding Facebook ads. Very grateful. Well, thank you, Kate, for joining us. So if you guys know me, I just like to keep it real, authentic, like real information so you can decide if this is something that you need to do for your business. So Kate, thank you for joining us. So there's a lot of strategy that goes into the Facebook ads. Facebook ads do work, but you need to put the time in. So like we said, probably, would you say, I'm going to use myself as a real life example. I have this webinar that's going to come about and it's really to promote my course. So let's say the webinar is going to go live on October 30th. let's say November 15th. When should I have started Facebook ads?
Well, it's a live webinar.
It's a live webinar.
Okay. So with a live webinar, I don't recommend starting any sort of active promotions marketing till around 2 weeks out.
Yay, so I'm not late.
Make sure that this event is fresh. No, you're not late. I mean, you can start prepping now and getting the content ready for it and the visuals. It also depends on your audience too, though. So you need to test that and see, okay, well, let me try 2 weeks out and see the response that I'm getting, the live audience. If that works for you, then stick with that. But if it's not, then you may need to push it a week forward or a week back. But you can always start now with just getting all the pieces of the puzzle together with your campaign, which it sounds like you already have. You're getting the landing page together. You're getting all the sexy sales copy up there. So the pieces are already in place here. You're a lot ahead than most people are. So that's good.
Well, like we were talking earlier, like I'm going to do this at the right pace because I want things to, let's be honest, like I want the course to be successful. I want to help hundreds of people. So I want to do it the right way. So I am taking my time working on this webinar script now. With that, then I have to do the PowerPoint, the slides that go with it. And then I have to practice the darn thing. I don't know about you guys, but going on a webinar and just talking, it doesn't happen naturally. Like it just doesn't come together and look pretty in the package. You actually have to practice it. You have to record it, see how long it's going to take you. So that's why I'm like, it's probably still a month out before that live webinar is going to come out at least because there's so much work. So wow, there's so much information. I just don't. Do you have any other tips or did we cover everything? I feel like we covered a lot tonight.
We did. We went a little bit here, a little bit there.
I know.
I wanted to give you guys some real tips, some tricks, some hacks, whatever you want to call them, but also put in there some real strategy, some real advice on how to approach Facebook ads so that you are getting your money's worth and your time's worth, which is so important for business owners.
I love it. So Alex, where can people connect with you? It's so important that you guys, when we're doing these shows, I don't want this to be the end of the relationship. One of my God-given talents is being a connector. I love connecting people. So I want you to reach out to Alex. And even if you don't need her services, she's not here to get business. She's here just to provide service, something to you guys as I am. So go ahead and connect with her. And Alex, tell people where they can connect with you.
I'm all over social media, so if you are a Facebook fan, then you can hop on and connect with me at facebook.com/SIG, so that's SIG, social marketing. Or if you are a LinkedIn fan like Miss Mary over here, then I'm on LinkedIn as well, so you can just go to linkedin.com/n/Alex Cameron, so my last name, CAMERON Consulting.
Sweet. And you know what, Alex? Let's put all those links in the event or this live feed. Why don't we put them in the live so everyone can just click and connect with you? And then finally, do you have a special offer or any events coming up that you would like to share with the audience?
Yes, I do. Usually I only offer what I'm going to offer tonight to my live workshop attendees, but I love Mary and I love her community. I mean, it's so fun being on with you. It's never like, oh, okay, like I have to do another live video show. Like Mary really does bring an enthusiasm, not just for her business, but for life. And it's contagious.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm jealous some days of the amount of energy you have in that body of yours. But we need people like you to just bring that sense of spark and life and encourage people. I tell people all the time that Mary's like an evangelist. She really wants to spread the good word about business and marketing. So I want to offer this to everyone tuning in live as well as our replay viewers. I mentioned earlier that my mission as a business owner is to help serious business owners like yourself convert more leads and close more sales by leveraging the power of digital marketing. One of the ways that I carry out that mission is through something that I call my 10K challenge. So what I do is that I can find any business owner $10,000 or more in their business in 45 minutes or less. And
what?
I want to offer
That's just so crazy.
Yeah, that is, I call that one of my magic superpowers.
That is a superpower.
Yes. And so I want to offer that to everyone who's tuning in live or on the replay, offer that for absolutely free for you guys. So you guys can schedule a 10K challenge appointment for me. We'll have about a 45-minute conversation, a little bit longer if you have a really good one. And I will help show you where you can find 10K in your business or more, leveraging different tactics that I use with my clients. So in order to schedule that appointment, just type in something like 10K challenge in the comments, and I'll follow up with you guys to schedule that phone call.
We're getting lots of hearts and thumbs up right now. So you guys, just type in the comments 10K or 10K challenge, and Alex will follow up with you personally, and she'll, get that appointment set. And you guys know I'm signing up for that, because I might be this business owner and things look great, but who couldn't use an extra 10K, right? That is amazing. And that is a gift that you have been given. And I'm so excited to get on your books and find out about that. Someone said 10K challenge. Wow. So Abigail, so people are like, you can find 10K for me? Way too cool. 10K challenge, please. So the comments are starting to blow up. What a wonderful gift. I can't wait to go through it. And Alex, I just can't thank you enough for taking time out of your busy day to spend time with me and my audience, these fabulous entrepreneurs, to help build them up and to just really share authentically how Facebook ads work and what doesn't work, so that we're not wasting money on something. Because the worst thing, in my opinion, is entrepreneurs, especially starting off, where we're wasting money on things. So I love that you had this strategy and it does work, and you shared that. And I'm really looking forward now to actually putting some money on some Facebook ads. And, a month ago I was like, no, they just don't work. So
Yay! I'm excited. This is what I want to hear. Very good.
Yeah, I'm super excited. So, you guys, we're going to sign off, but Alex and I will go back into the comments after the show. We will engage with you. If we didn't answer a question, you know what? Just drop that in the comments, because we'll go back in and answer that. And then my next Facebook live show, guess who I have? I have Amanda Robinson, our Canadian. I know. She's our digital nomad right now, and she will be on the show October, I want to say 17th. I was like, October 17th, 7 p.m. right here at Mary Fane Brandt Coaching and Consulting. Y'all have a great evening now. Thanks for joining us. Ciao.